My name is Fritz Rauch, and I'm the defensive coordinator at Mequon Homestead High School in Mequon, Wisconsin. And over the course of the last 9 years, after we decided to go to the 44G pressure package, we've had some success at Homestead, and I thought I'd get an opportunity to share some ideas with you today about our defense. In those 9 years, we've had the good fortune to win 2 state championships and play in 7 state semifinals. We also lost a state championship this year. So that defense comes, the G defense comes originally from Virginia Tech, but I would be remiss if I didn't say that we received tremendous help in our knowledge of the defense from UW River Falls, and specifically coaches Tom Jernell and Kevin Bolus from UW River Falls. So today in this first video, what I'd like to do is share with you some ideas about the 44G pressure package. All right, we're here to talk football, so let's get started. We've decided to get at the 44G defense for a couple of very good reasons, we think. Number one, it provides us the opportunity to use multiple fronts and stunts to attack our defense, or to attack our opponent's offense. Secondly, it gives us an opportunity for an effective blitzing game that is combined with some sound strategy in how we run our coverages behind it and marry those coverages to both the base defense and those blitz schemes. We use at Homestead a wristwatch system, which we think gives our kids an added ability to not only comprehend our system, but then to really allow them the freedom from having to think too much on the field, and they can get after what their job responsibilities are. This would be a typical game plan sheet that I would have in front of me at the beginning of the week. Now, the kids would never see this, but what the kids have in front of them, both during practice time and at the game, are wristbands that have their individual responsibilities for every single call that we're going to make to the game. This gets us started, it gets us aligned, it doesn't account for checks, but what we have found is that it not only does it give us the ability to expand our defense, it also gives us the ability to give the kids confidence, even though we've given them a tremendous amount of defense to try and digest. The athletes will have this type of a wristband on their wrist during the games and practices. The upper left is the stud end band. That would be our defensive ends, and then the lower right is the max linebacker. And you can see we divide those areas up into 6 different call areas. Today in this session, I'm going to be really focusing on the 2 G areas that you'll see. Those are our G scheme calls. We do have under calls, which I'll touch on briefly, a bear call, and then a special call, which really gets into our nickel package. I want to go real quickly over our alignment techniques. This is just so that we're all clarified on how we call things in language that I might use. Like probably all of you, we call our gap assignments and identification by letters. The 2 A gaps obviously being center guard gaps, tackle gaps, B gaps, tackle end gap, C gap, and then anything beyond that is a D gap. That is pretty standard, as I think are the technique identifications. We use the same symbols and numerology that most people will use.